Minecraft is an amazing game. It's remained the best-selling game of all time and has over the years stayed mostly in the public eye. People still make YouTube videos on it same as they did 10 years ago, and hundreds of millions still play every single day. So my question is, why has this game lasted so long? Some would attribute Minecraft's longevity to the endless amount of updates with new content that happen year after year, bringing a fresh new experience to the players and keeping them engaged for the foreseeable future. And while I think Minecraft's strategy of constant updates is definitely helping with that, I don't think that's the full picture. In recent years, Minecraft updates have come under a lot of scrutiny from fans and from creators in the Minecraft community, with the mob vote, boycott, and unlawful changes regarding microtransactions and user security, not to mention that Minecraft nowadays is spread across 2 different versions. I don't think it's just the updates keeping this game afloat, otherwise it would have sank a long time ago. I think what has really kept Minecraft going all these years is mods. Minecraft was originally written in JavaScript, and while Java is very old, this means that anyone can learn to code something for Minecraft. And with a little help from some stuff that is way too complicated for me to fully explain here, people can make mods for the game. And people did. Minecraft is probably the most heavily modified video game in existence. The game has been turned into entire genres and new experiences with just mods. CurseForge, a very popular site for downloading mods on Java versions of the game, has over 10,000 mods. And that's not counting the alternative sites to get mods or even the Minecraft forums, which has hundreds of obscure mods that aren't on these other sites. Basically, Minecraft's modding scene is unmatched, and like I said earlier, people completely change the game with these mods, leaning into or even creating their own subgenres within Minecraft itself, and by far, the strangest and most influential of these subgenres is Minecraft's technology mods. I think most of you watching will already know what Minecraft technology mods are, but let me give you a basic rundown. Most of what makes tech mods is in the name, technology, so things like engines, pistons, gears, wheels, pulleys, stuff in our world that is tech, right? Well, ironically enough, it's a little more complicated than that. Most technology mods follow a standard of gameplay as a baseline that was created more than 10 years ago, which I will outline here. Most tech mods revolve around machines either taking up one or more multiple blocks. A tech mod has to have power cables that are connected to a power source, and a tech mod has to have transport pipes with the purpose of moving items between different storages and or machines. All of this is usually done to make better machines and or equipment, but more importantly, tech mods allow you to automate pretty much anything in Minecraft. So the overall goal is automation. And that's all fine and dandy, but if they all have the same purpose, why are there so many of them and why are they so popular? Well, to understand that, I think we need to take a look back at what tech mods have been doing all these years. Tech mods started all the way back in 2011 when the earliest tech mod I can find was released, and it was called Industrial Craft. Released in March of 2011 by Albalaka the Dragon for beta 1.3. This mod was different from others at the time. No creative, no cheats, no cool weapons or ores, just some cool machines and some useful tools. But this was the groundwork, the start of a standard for tech mods. Industrial Craft was great, but not too long after another mod released that worked very well with Industrial Craft, and that mod was Buildcraft. Just a month after Industrial Craft's release, Buildcraft made by Space Toad came out. All it had at the time was some different colored pipes for sorting, but its utility was very popular, and even in these early days, people were putting Buildcraft and Industrial Craft together to create a never-before-seen experience. The combination of these two mods, and others like Red Power by Ailerons, created a standard for tech mods that would last for the foreseeable future, and I owe a lot of it to the amazing mod packs that they would be included with over the coming years. As many people were trying to play with a now larger amount of mods, and thanks to things like the brand new Forge mod loader, mod packs are being made, and in Minecraft version 1.2.5, a mod pack called Tech It released. This was the big tech mod pack, and it had Industrial Craft, Build Craft, Red Power, Better Than Wolves, which we'll talk about later, and many more. This mod pack was popular with the smaller communities, but actually broke through to the mainstream Minecraft community and the mainstream internet as a whole, all thanks to some large influencers at the time.
Hooray! Minecraft! We've created a new server and we're going to show people how to play Minecraft, how to survive the first night.
The Yogscast need no introduction. They had been playing the game since its alpha stage and were huge. They had thousands of videos across multiple massive series that were getting millions of views. They had song parodies, and according to the game theorists, had such popular videos that YouTube had to make major changes to their site just to curb their growth. The Yogscast could move mountains in and out of Minecraft, and eventually they got around to playing Tekkit. While they had a couple videos on Tekkit, by far the most influential Tekkit series they did was the Jaffa Factory. In this 117-part series, the Yogscast crew set out to make a factory that would export Jaffa cakes. A sweet British snack cookie cake thing that being an American, I am not entirely familiar with. Hey, this is Editor Analog. I've since tried these and they're really good. I highly recommend them. They taste like jello-y, like cookie, like chocolatey things. They're like really good. You should try them. This series had millions of views, and at this point Tekkit had much more mods like Project E and Computercraft. This was the golden age of Minecraft tech mods, and things were looking pretty good. And as one series ended, an even more legendary series began, with an even more legendary mod pack. MoonQuest was different because in the past you had seen other YouTubers playing Tekkit and other community created mod packs. But this mod pack was made entirely by the Yogscast, and it had an even more straightforward goal, to get to the moon. And at this point some amazing new mods had entered the ring, including Galacticraft, Tinker's Construct, Mistcraft, and Mechanism. The last one being a new tech mod that would trump over all other tech mods in the future. Mechanism was an early bird, created by Adank Brady in November of 2011, but it didn't quite catch on till later. Mechanism was different because it had a very different look from all other tech mods, which at this point largely looked the same as they did back in beta, and along with its new sci-fi aesthetic, it was in many ways far better than all the other tech mods at the time. It had very easy power generation, and more importantly, its pipe system was revolutionary. Previously, if you had a Buildcraft pipe hooked up to a chest that, let's say, was full of cobblestone, it would pipe cobblestone into the chest regardless of whether the chest was empty or not, dropping cobblestone on the ground. This made it difficult to make systems with large amounts of items that wouldn't overflow. Mechanism was different. Mechanism pipes instead won't move the cobblestone until it has space to do so. Mechanism pipe and power cables could also be overall faster than Buildcrafts and were cheaper in the long run. This, along with other features like the digital miner and Mechanism's various useful tools, led it to be the most versatile of all tech mods, resulting in it being favored over many other mods by mod pack creators for future mod packs. And as MoonQuest ended, Minecraft was starting to get older, and interest in the game among online space had slowly been decreasing until Mojang made one of the biggest mistakes in Minecraft's history. That would not only shape the game itself, but would be the first nail in the coffin of technology mods as a whole. February 29th, 2016, just 2 years after the Yogscast had abruptly ended another one of their modded series, and 1 year after Red Power had ceased development, the Minecraft Combat Update released. This was by all accounts a massive flop. It was awful in execution and design, and just generally created a divide in the community. An update so bad that Bedrock Edition doesn't even have some of its main features. Minecraft went into its dark ages. This update had turned many off from the game, and for me and many others, we just stopped playing new versions entirely. I turned to playing modified versions of the game, learning about all the cool and amazing tech mods seen in all these videos, and even making some modded videos of my own. Overall, living in the past and enjoying a Minecraft ad curated for myself. But eventually, I and others had to look forward again. Mojang had been struggling to drag Minecraft back out of its dark cave and eventually brought it into the light, ironically enough, with the World of Color update. 1.12 was a fine update. I personally liked most of it except for the concrete, that seems sorta useless, but otherwise I was back to playing vanilla Minecraft again. Multiplayer servers, minigames, I was enjoying the vanilla experience. But unknown to me and anyone else, this was the last version a tech mod pack would be entirely achievable. During Minecraft's dark ages, a few things had changed. New mods had entered the ring, Buildcraft went into a new power system that refuses to connect to other mods, Industrial Craft had barely changed at all, and everything was struggling to keep up with Mechanism. But during these dark ages, some new mods had left obscurity and came into the limelight. Draconic Evolution is a mod created by Brandon3055, and it is a mod about giant lasers, reactors, and making the ugliest and most overpowered stuff imaginable. But Draconic Evolution wasn't the only overpowered, time-consuming mod to be gaining popularity around this time. Another mod, an Ancient Obscurity, had gained some traction. HBM's nuclear tech, presumably created by a guy called HBM. I don't know, the author on the Forge website is the original Golem, but getting information about this mod's early days is a bit difficult. Hello, this is Editor Analog again. So when finding the author of HBM's nuclear tech, I was stupid and looked at the rework for 12.2, which was done by the original Golem, but the original HBM's nuclear tech is this one, and it's HBM the Bobcat. So thank you, HBM Bobcat, for the mod. That's the one who made it. I'm stupid. Especially when it's already hard to find information on how to actually use it. And since I barely / don't even know how to use it, I'm gonna let an expert friend of mine tell you what it's all about. What is HBM's nuclear tech?
You can do anything in the mod. You can make a reactor, you can refine oil, you can make advanced machines to do things better. You can have a war.
You can have a war?
Yeah,
So you can
you have nukes and guns and everything.
So you can have a war. What about what's your favorite thing about it?
Oh my god. One nice thing about HBMs is that it goes on forever.
So it's really long?
Really long. Like probably the longest tech mod you could have.
So it's how far are you into it? Like the furthest you've gotten?
Currently I'm at the furthest I've gotten, but yeah, I'm only 1/8 through the mod.
And how many days has that been?
It's been 3 weeks.
So there you go. It's just HBM's nuclear tech. Like I said, it's got a lot of stuff. And I know it's at least as old as Crazy Craft. We'll be talking about Crazy Craft in another video, hopefully. But regardless, this and many other tech mods had made it to 1.12.2. And then they just stopped. It's strange, just as Minecraft started to get good again, all tech mods and any others decided to stop being updated. Projects were abandoned en masse and only a few tech mods carried on, namely Mechanism, which left many mod packs made after this version feeling featureless in comparison to the ones before. After 1.12.2, tech mods were dead for the most part, but soon an old friend was going to return. In 2011, a user called FlowerChild put a forum thread explaining to Notch that all the time spent adding wolves to the game could have been spent adding more fleshed out mechanics to the players. Yes, Minecraft features were being debated this heavily even back then. And to better illustrate this point, the user FlowerChild made a mod that we now know today as Better Than Wolves. It was a vanilla-focused Minecraft mod that was an original tech hit, mainly had simple old machines like windmills, gears, and pulley elevators. Development stopped at some point due to it not being worth the effort to keep the mod going, and Better Than Wolves for the better part of a decade went into obscurity, until March of 2020. After Minecraft had started to peak due to a global lockdown, an impressive mod hit the shelves. A mod that would be, in my opinion, the actual final nail in the coffin for tech mods as a whole. The mod in question was Create. If you haven't heard of Create, you surely must be living here, because this mod is huge and impressive. Like its inspiration and predecessor Better Than Wolves, Create aims to add machinery and tech for Minecraft that feels very vanilla friendly, and it allows you to do some amazing things, if you're smart enough, that is. It's like Redstone but way cooler looking. You can make cars, trains, obstacle courses, auto miners. There's just one problem. Its entire identity is that it is a vanilla friendly tech mod. On the surface, this is a good thing. When you mod Minecraft, you want to enhance the experience, bring Minecraft into itself, make Minecraft a greater game. Except, Minecraft's identity had been defaced 4 years earlier. Create was leaning into a Minecraft that was not the one Better Than Wolves had started in. And while both mods went into the same direction, they both work against what makes tech mods so great. Tech mods are fun because they turn Minecraft into an endless sea of wires and cables, modification and optimization. Tech mods are about making systems, finding all the ways you can automate every single thing in the game. They are about walls dedicated to one-block machines, and overpowered armor and tech that you get after hours of crafting. However, you have to triple those hours to even get close to some of this in the Create mod. That's the problem. Create is not really a tech mod. Yes, it's a mod of technology, but it does not follow the original format created over 10 years ago. That doesn't seem to matter though, as in current year Create dominates in an open market that doesn't contain any other tech mods. Someone even made an add-on combining Mechanism and Create, which seems weird to me because Mechanism is super overpowered in comparison to Create, but what do I know. So Create is here to stay, and it created, pun intended, a new standard for technology mods that has most certainly killed them off entirely. But what if you like the old ways of overpowered pipes, ugly spaghetti systems, and over-the-top nuclear reactors? Well, Minecraft is one of the few games where you can play old versions, even old modded versions. Hell, on my channel I played modded beta with a bunch of my friends, so you could always go back to your old favorite mod packs or make some new ones. Promise you won't run out of content. Alternatively, tech mods made their way out of Minecraft with games such as Factorio, which was inspired by Industrial Craft and Buildcraft, or Mindustry, which is somewhat similar. Oh, and remember Red Power? Well, the guy who was working on it is also trying to make that into its own video game. Not sure how development is going, but we'll just have to wait and see. Tech mods will never die, but I think in the main game they're gone for good. The public doesn't care for them anymore, but they're gonna live on one way or another. And they'll always hold a special place in my heart as being that weird niche, overly complicated thing that I do in a 10-year-old block game. Anyways, guys, that was my first attempt at a scripted video. I don't know if you could call it a video essay. I think the word video essay makes it sound too important. This was about something very fictional and very stupid, but I hope it's not too unbearable to get through my voice. I'm not very used to reading scripts. I usually am talking when there's a video game in front of me, so the talking comes more naturally. I had so many takes. But if you guys want to see more scripted videos like this, I like writing these, and I love doing the research, digging through old websites and forums, and watching those old YouTube videos was, a lot of fun for some reason. And since no other content really vibes with people on my channel super well, I might be doing this in the future. Obviously, I'll try to finish the Babel SMP, but other than that, I don't know how many more video games I'm going to be playing. The YouTube space doesn't really support Let's Plays. I mean, I might still play a game here and there, but if this works out, I'd much rather do this. But who knows? My channel, I've always had the philosophy that I can do whatever I want with it, so this might be the thing, or it might be something else. Hell, maybe I'll make, like, satisfying soap cutting videos or something. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me, not trying to extend the runtime. I don't get ad revenue anyway. So, hope you all have a good day. Subscribe if you want. Leave a like. Leave a dislike if you hated it. Yeah, and goodbye.